So everyone is playing Dragon's Dogma, and everyone probably got the problem with it, or got the news that there was microtransactions. People are kind of mad about it, and I get the situation, and I totally understand why people are mad and following thinking about it. But to be honest, there's one thing that people don't understand, and maybe my point in this discussion will be a little bit different than usual, or the other people say. So let's check it out together, what you think about it, and maybe you agree or disagree. So let's get into it.
Wake the fuck up, samurai. We have a city to burn.
So recently, Dragon's Dogma, as you know, got released. It is very hyped. A good game. I played it maybe a couple of hours so far, and I enjoyed it very much. It's a trip back into the future, kind of, because this game feels so old school, but so good, so rewarding. Even all those points that people maybe were afraid of, like the inventory system or the system about traversal in the game, or traveling in the game, I don't feel any problems with it. It kind of feels very good and very, even though outdated, kind of, it feels amazing to be back in those PlayStation 3 times, kind of. Plus, as you know, there are also the things with the frame rate, and I have to say, I'm kind of a little bit spared about it, or with the problem. My newest GPU that I bought like 2 weeks ago is kind of handling it well, but I understand it because it's far away from perfect, okay? But the biggest thing that got like an uproar was, you know it, I know it, it was the microtransactions. And what do you feel about it? Really, what do you think and feel about it? Because I want to look at it from the point of, I understand the premise of, when you put microtransactions into your game, then there must be a really thought about it, that something is missing in the game. People are going to buy it. That's the thinking, right? And I think the same way like you guys. In a single player game, why have microtransactions? But probably you also manage to check what are those microtransactions and what they bring to the game. And maybe you noticed or heard they're minor things that you can buy in the game. So I don't understand the uproar, the big kind of fire in the internet. I don't understand that. And that brings me to the point that I wanted to argue with you guys about the concept of microtransactions and pay to win in games in general. So, as you maybe know, Capcom is an Asian developer, and specifically it is Japanese, as I think. But of course, it is an open international big developer, right? Nonetheless, I am living now for almost 3 years, or 3.5 years almost, in Japan. And I heard a lot about playing games here in the Asian market, or in the Asian on the Asian continent, and pay to win and buying things in a game is not so negative seen as it is seen in our Western world. Okay, so people are more willing to spend a couple of bucks to enhance their experience in a game. And I think that is very crucial. Combine the situation that Capcom is a Japanese developer, so they think more Japanese. They have more the, let's say, traditional thinking and behaving as a Asian or Japanese company. So they also cater more to the Asian people. So when we now combine the Asian mentality of spending money and then Capcom putting in some minor transactions into a game, I don't see that as a big thing for this market. And now the second, or the combination of my second thought is, we always think with our Western mentality and we always complain with our Western mentality. And I know that because when I came to Japan, I usually asked myself, why are people doing things like that here? Why don't they do it like I do it in Europe, where I come from the Western perspective? And that's the wrong mindset from the beginning, because those things that are working here for a long time or for generations, we can't question, right? And I get that some things should be universal and should be more worldwide seen. But I think, just imagine the market, the working environment here is pretty rough. The typical Japanese person is going to work early in the morning, usually commutes like 1 hour, 1.5 hours to their job. They work a long time from, let's say, 9 o'clock till 20, 21, 22 o'clock in the evening. And then usually they have to kind of sometimes go to a nomikai, it's called, kind of like drinking after work together with your colleagues. So you basically end up really late home. And now imagine you are a gamer and you like to enjoy some games. So you don't have a lot of time, because not even the weekends are spared from work or off work. So you kind of end up, you want to enjoy a game and you don't have the time for it. So maybe, like in this case for Dragon's Dogma 2, you just go into the store and buy yourself some little things that are not expensive and don't hinder the experience of all the other people that have that game, and they just buy some teleportation stones, or they buy the something with the pawns or something. Guys, that is not a problem. And I think a lot of Asian people don't have a problem with it. And when you ask yourself, I don't think you have a problem with it in a single player game. But I will still hold that for you, that it shouldn't be in a single player game that you buy already, right? This is not a good practice because it shows that maybe other developers will go the same way. Then, of course, we should boycott those games. Plus, it was necessary to show Capcom that we as gamers are not willing to put up with the bad optimization and also with those microtransactions for sure. And as you know, they already developed or kind of are working on an update. They will bring an update and we as gamers get a better game. And of course, you should get that from the beginning, but you know, no game is safe. No game is bug free. So yeah, that's my take on it. So what do you think, guys? That don't you think we sometimes look too much from the lens of the Western market and forget about other cultural differences that are maybe not so obvious, but they are? What do you think? Am I wrong, or is there something to it? Please let me know, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace out.